Hi guys, Harry here from TechMediaFusion.com. Today I have a review of the Google Nexus 7. Right off the bat guys, I must confess that my overall experience of the Google Nexus 7 certainly hasn't been the one I was expecting. This is my first experience at Jelly Bean, and to be honest, I can't see too much of a difference between Jelly Bean and ice cream sandwich. However, I must explain I am new to the Android operating system, and so there may well be things that I'm missing between the two versions. Whilst on the subject of being a newbie to the Android operating system, I don't really have much to compare the Google Nexus 7 with. I've used the Samsung Galaxy Tab 8.9 inch, I've also used the Kobo, which is a 7 inch ebook reader running Android as well, and I've used the Samsung Galaxy S3. In an ideal situation, I would have loved to have compared this device with the Amazon Kindle Fire, which is the device I think is closest to the Nexus 7. However, Amazon never released the Kindle Fire in the UK. I'm also reluctant to compare the Google Nexus 7 with the iPad, as they're both very different devices, but it's hard not to compare them both, as the iPad is my primary device, and so many people have said that the Google Nexus 7 is the next iPad killer. My iPad comes with me everywhere, and I use it for so many things. Magazines and book reading is pretty much high on the agenda for what I use my iPad. However, I've always thought a slightly smaller device would be better for, say, book reading. The reason being, with magazines, you need a bigger screen than, say, the iPhone to cram in all the information printed on a single magazine page. Also, when you're normally reading a magazine, it's normally done in a browsing experience, short bursts of reading. With book reading, on the other hand, you can read a book for a few hours at a time, by which time the iPad becomes remarkably heavy. So I've always thought a screen size in between the iPhone and the iPad would be excellent, as it would allow you to do both in relative comfort. The first thing I noticed about the Nexus 7 was the front-facing camera has no out-of-the-box app to operate it, nor is there anything in the settings menu to tweak or even to find out some information about the camera in terms of resolution or other things such as exposures and all the rest of it. Sure, you can download a free camera app from the Google Play Store, but if they provide a camera on the device, you would expect something simple pre-installed to operate out of the box. So that's the first bad mark against the Nexus 7. The next bad thing I personally found was the screen quality. In comparison to the Samsung Galaxy S3, the Tab, and even the Kobo, which is a much lower end device, the Nexus 7 screen is pretty bad. It's very grainy, and when you zoom in, the experience becomes worse. Take a magazine from the Zeno app, for example. When I zoom in slightly to read the text, it is very clear to see the text is incredibly blurred and pixelated. Even when I downloaded a wallpaper background app, the images once placed on the Nexus 7 screen were pretty bad quality. If this is supposed to be an iPad killer, simple features like this need to be better improved upon. I don't expect Retina quality, especially given the price, but I also don't expect such a bad quality. Google give you a £15 voucher to use in the Google Play Store, which I thought was a really nice touch. They also pre-install a movie on the device. On my device it was a Transformers movie. The quality of the movie watching experience was pretty decent, but then again the screen let it down. In terms of the 7 inch form factor screen, watching the movie was perfect, just the screen. One thing I did find very odd was when we took the Google Nexus 7 out of the house, my son was in the car and he wanted to watch a movie, so I handed him the Nexus 7 to watch Transformers, but he was unable to do so due to the fact there was no Wi-Fi signal. Now, when you have a look about, you do get given an option to download the movie, but this isn't something that's explained to you as soon as you start the movie. So therefore, the movie isn't actually on the device, it's more in a cloud server. And I think for new Android users, something like this should certainly be highlighted. The overall speed and performance of the Nexus 7 is fantastic. Gameplay is also excellent, but would be much better with a higher quality screen. If you're reading books you've purchased from the Google Play Store, the experience is excellent. However, for some reason, and I've found this on all Android devices I've used, if you own a lot of books on the Amazon Kindle store, or say an Amazon Kindle or the apps, The Android Kindle app is terrible in comparison to the iOS Kindle app. And what I mean by that is features. In terms of the features that are available in the iOS Kindle app over the Android Kindle app, there's quite a big difference. As with all Android devices, the screen can become pretty cluttered after a while with widgets and application icons. However, that is a personal gripe and one that can be easily fixed via customization. Mind you, some of the widgets on offer are fantastic, such as the YouTube widget. You can flick through your most recent videos you follow right on the screen and then play the one you want without actually having to go looking for the app. To conclude my review, I was pretty disappointed with the Google Nexus 7, especially given the build-up Google gave the device. Now I know it's their job to do that, however I'm also sure they could have done a much better job with this device on so many levels. I really wanted to like this device as the form factor for me is perfect. A device this size really does cover all reading aspects, multimedia, social networking and internet browsing needs someone like me would want. Now here comes the really ridiculous part of this video. After such a bad review of the device, I have a Google Nexus 7, a brand new Google Nexus 7 to give away. I'm sure someone will want to own a Google Nexus 7 as most of the problems I highlighted are personal preferences in any case. To take part and to have a chance of winning a brand new Google Nexus 7, click on the link below for further details. Also guys, let as many people as you can know about the giveaway. Whether you share this video or tweet it out or anything like that, the more people that know about it, the better. Now, detailed information will be over at Tech Media Fusion. Like I say, click on the link and that'll take you across. So, if you want to, go across to Tech Media Fusion and you'll get all the details about the competition. Also, if you want, you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook, Google+. Again, all the links for that are over at Tech Media Fusion. So thanks very much guys for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you all again in the next video.